Hey Daily Dosers, my name's Cameron. I'm one of the life group pastors out at our San Marcos Escondido campus. And today I want to talk about this idea of being carriers of courage. 7 different times, Joshua hears the exhortation, be strong and courageous. You see, Joshua was tasked with leading the people of Israel into the promised land after the death of Moses. Can you imagine following in the footsteps of Moses, one of the greatest leaders in biblical history, and then to take the nation of Israel into uncharted territory? It was a daunting task that surely provoked fear in the heart of Joshua. But here's what the Lord says to Joshua in Joshua chapter 1, and we pick up at verse 6. He says, "Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." These weren't just empty words. Even with fear in his heart, Joshua likely remembered everything that had happened up until that point in his life. As a teenager, he watched plague after plague destroy Egypt. Not random disasters, but God declaring war on Pharaoh's gods. He huddled with his family on the night of Passover, with blood smeared on the door as the angel of death passed over. And when the Red Sea split in two, he didn't just hear about a miracle, he walked through it. These moments forged his faith, shaping his belief in God's strength and also his presence. But you know what he also witnessed? God's strength reflected in the life of Moses. Because courage isn't just something we talk about, it's something we carry. We reflect God's strength not just in bold moments, but also in quiet obedience. When we continue to show up, stay faithful, and trust in Him, even when life is really hard. And you know what the beautiful thing about courage is? It's contagious. We don't just receive it from God for ourselves, we actually pass it on to others by the way that we live. And that's what we see between the relationship of Moses and Joshua, a thread of courage passed from one life to the next. Joshua had a front row seat to the life of Moses, who was a living testimony of obedience in the face of fear. Joshua didn't start off as a fearless warrior. He started as a servant, watching Moses wrestle with doubt, intercede for a rebellious people, and trust God through impossible odds. Joshua witnessed the courage of Moses, not just in public, but in the quiet, daily obedience. So when Moses lays his hands on Joshua in Numbers chapter 27, he wasn't just appointing a new leader, he was also passing on a lived example of courageous faith. And so when God shows up to speak to Joshua in Joshua chapter 1, and he's repeating again and again, be strong and courageous, he wasn't introducing something new. He was affirming what Joshua would have already seen modeled in the life of Moses, which is this: courage doesn't come from within, it comes from knowing that God is with us. So my question for you today is, what does your life reveal to those who are already watching? Fear or courage rooted in God's strength? Because courage isn't just taught, it's lived. Whether it's comforting a child, leading a team, or facing life's storms with faith, strength comes from knowing that God is with us. We reflect His courage when we continue to show up and stay faithful. So to every mom, dad, friend, and neighbor faithfully reflecting the strength of God today, Happy Mother's Day. And thank you for being carriers of courage.
Thanks for joining us on the Daily Dose. We would love to be able to get you more content. Put in the comments below what other topics you'd like us to cover. Thanks for joining us. Remember, like and subscribe.